3:45. Is there a need for an interpreter? Señor Hinojosa? Thank you. 2.0, call to order. 3.0, roll call. John Alvarez,
Here.
Sabrina Gomez,
Here.
Ruben Macareno is absent. I am present, and John Vasquez is absent. Ms. Gomez, would you please lead us in the flag salute?
Yes. Forward for everybody.
Everybody standing.
Ready, salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. 4.0, adoption of agenda. 4.1, adoption of the agenda is requested as presented.
Motion?
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 5.0, consent calendar. 5.1, approval of the regular board meeting minutes, September 10th, 2024.
Motion?
Second. I gotta be here.
Motion by John Alvarez, second by Sabrina Gomez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3.0. 5.2, approval of release warrants dated September 5th, 2024 in the amount of $67,911. September 12th, 2024 in the amount of $199,698.99.
Motion?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 8.0, public comments. Members of the public may address the board on any agenda item or other item of interest within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board before or during the governing board's consideration of the item. The board is not able to discuss or take action on any item not appearing on the agenda. Pursuant to board policy, the board may limit individual comments to no more than 3 minutes and individual topics to 20 minutes. Please begin your comments by stating your name.
The board asks that during public comment, everyone be respectful of the speakers. Members of the public shall not interrupt or interject while another person is giving their public comment. During public comment, there shall be no use of foul language. Should a member of the public have a concern about a specific employee, we ask that you direct those concerns to myself after this meeting so that the concerns can be handled through the proper procedures. Please do not use employee or student names during public comment. Members of the board, we do have our esteemed guest, City Manager, Mr. Michael Schulte.
Good evening, Board and Superintendent Mendez. I suppose I'll start with, I'm Mike Schulte, the new city manager for Farmersville as of a few weeks ago. And I've been around a while, been city attorney, and I'm still filling that role. I just went from city attorney and interim city manager to city manager and interim city attorney. So we're getting there on filling that role. I'd like to just start, I'll try and keep this short, maybe 10 minutes in terms of the entire presentation, if that works.
That's perfect.
Superintendent. And then, it would not be right if I didn't say, first off, congratulations to Superintendent Mendez, and congratulations to the board. I think it's a great hire, and I can tell you from experience, finding a good leader is hard, and finding a great committed leader is even harder. I'm really excited for the school district, really excited on behalf of the city council and myself. Again, congratulations. So, having met with Superintendent Mendez now a number of times, I wanted to just present to the board kind of what the city is up to in terms of development, hard construction development and what else is going on. And so I did a cover letter, and I won't necessarily go through the cover letter, that said what we're hoping to achieve this year. So, you know, the obvious things are the overcrossing at the, and then the, oh, thank you. And then the fire station, and we've got development coming in, 200 and something homes down on the south side of Visalia Boulevard, which should be good for everybody, and just a morass of good things that are going to happen this next year. They're already planned, they're already funded, and we just have to get them accomplished. So along with that, I brought for each of the board members tonight a list of the projects. And you're welcome to interject unofficially, I suppose, if you like. And I think everyone in the audience has a copy. There's some copies back there, 8.5 by 11. The board has 11 by 17. And so these are basically all of the housing developments that we're looking at right now. And so as you can see, right now where it says, so under D it says intervening parcels, and under the green, sort of blue-green there, that's where the high school is. And so we have that D parcel, which I'll get to, but I'll just start with A and go through the list here. So A is the Eagle Meadows subdivision south of Visalia Boulevard, near the City Hall. It's about 50 acres and it's about 223 lots. And I would say that they were going to try to pull permits this year. They might still. We're pushing it through as quickly as possible. This looks like it's the final design. I will say that if any of the board members, keep these copies, anyone in the audience, keep these copies. As superintendent knows, my door is open. So if you call Rochelle or you walk in, I'm there. And we can have a deeper conversation about any of these projects that are moving forward. So it's one of the things we're trying to do there at City Hall, is just make staff and council members too available to the public. So Eagle Meadows will be very nice homes. Smee Homes are over in off of Goshen right now, developing and building. They're in Porterville building. I think they're in Exeter building. So they're local. They build a nice product, and these are going to be nice family homes. So the next is the Hester annexation, which, if you know where the city's corporation yard is, it's just south of the city's corporation yard. And so there's 14 acres there, but the city is purchasing 3 acres of that for the city's new corporation yard, which will leave 11 acres of multifamily development or medium density housing that will be annexed into the city. We expect the annexation to happen in maybe 30 to 60 days because it's that far along. There have been a number of offers for that parcel, so I believe it will be under development next year, maybe pulling permits as early as 2026. And that would probably be, with that amount of acreage, that would probably be about 50 to 70 units, depending on whether they put any multifamily there. We do think that there is the possibility for as many as 1,000 units approved and under construction next year. That doesn't mean built out, but it might be a couple hundred units built out next year by the end of the year. So we're proceeding on that basis, that there's going to be some significant rooftops, and then with that, all the commercial and the roads and streets and whatnot. So, and school district impact fees, and growth, and bodies in chairs, right? So. The Fagundes annexation is the next one, and this is another annexation project, and it looks to be moving forward by all accounts. The developer is somebody familiar with Farmersville. They have to do the annexation. They're in environmental review right now. I would think they're probably going to have an annexed property and an approved map probably April, May of next year, and so they may actually be pulling permits on that next year. The Shannon annexation is the one north of the high school here. That is an interesting scenario, both for us and for the high school. One of the things that has been approved is the Road 168 roundabout, right here at 168 in Walnut. So when I say approved, I mean the city has approved it, the funding's been approved by TCAG, and so now we're working towards engineering drawings. We're gonna bring those in, I think, unfortunately, and I can only apologize for this, I think the school district didn't even see those plans until just recently. Not okay, and we intend on changing that atmosphere so that we work very closely with the school district. So, because there's a lot of issues there, all of, with any hope, it fixes the Citrus Drive, Freedom Drive circulation problems. But this development is set just up Road 168, and for I think 50 or 60 units, it's a tough annexation because the annexation would have to include Cameron Creek. So I don't know that this project moves forward. It's not up to the city. It's not the city's. We're not sponsoring it, but the developer has a choice to make. We are asking TCAG, Tulare County Association of Governments, to fund a study and a cost analysis of improving Walnut all the way down to the roundabout and improving 168 up to Noble, which sort of exists, and Noble all the way back to Farmersville Boulevard to connect that circulation pattern. So that's on our list. That's a wish list item, but it'll happen. Just a question of when. But my goal would be to have that cost analysis done next year with TCAG looking at funding that. The map for the Shannon subdivision, 85 lots, is above that. Again, I don't look for that to be a quick build-out, simply because as I put it, the last time we had the discussion with the subdivision with Cameron Creek, there were pitchforks and torches. And so we don't really want to encourage that. And so we're going to let the homeowners in that area decide whether they want to be annexed or not before we take a position on it. So, and I say that because I'm hoping, word gets out, we want them to decide if they wish to be annexed. So the other is Sierra Woods. Sierra Woods is up there off of North Walnut towards I think Road 158. And that is, I think, 98 or 100, yeah, there we go, 100 lots. These developers just came in and said they're moving forward. We expect to have their formal annexation application in a few days. And so, and I don't think it will be a long annexation. They've already done a bunch of the environmental work. So I expect them to be annexed next year, maybe even under construction next year. We think that the circulation patterns and all of the issues that they have to deal with are manageable. So these guys may actually be under construction late next year. The Cherry Medical Office, if you go down Walnut to the Farmersville Boulevard, hang a right, immediately to your left, there's vacant land to the south of the storage yard. That's where this is located. And this is a medical office. It's scheduled for about 30 employees. It's pharmacy and all of that. So we're happy to see it come in. We like the site plan. We like the business. The owners seem fairly easy to work with. And so I think on these guys' site plan and whatnot, because it's already zoned for them, I think they'll be under construction this year. I think this will be built out, in the spring or the summer of next year. That would be our hope. Jackpot Convenience Store. The reason this is included is because that intersection of Farmersville and Visalia is really probably the most prominent and highest traffic flow for Farmersville. And so we've included this just because we're basically reminding ourselves, starting with this project, we really want to create sort of a foundation for that corner. Some curb appeal, so that there's uniformity. There's, one of those sites, in fact, it's Jackpot, has palm trees and whatnot. Another one has, dry scape. Another one has no landscaping. And we want to step in. And so any developer that comes into the city, I say, bring them in, let's have a meeting, and then I sit them down, I say, what do you really want to do? And, but forget what our rules are, what do you really want to do? And then oftentimes they say, well, we're really trying to accomplish this, but we thought we could only do this. And so we do some trading. And I say, okay, fine, you can do that. But I want some right-of-way space so that the city can come in later and beautify this site and make some uniformity and have that be a very important corner for us. So we've had that discussion with them. What they're doing is just making space and parking for their taco truck, but that opens up the conversation for us to ask for more if we're willing to pay for it. Typically, they say, if you're willing to pay for it, we don't mind. So, Cahuilla Point is just north of the City Hall. This is actually an approved subdivision map, so theoretically, it could move forward quickly. It's SME homes as well. So once they start on the Eagle Meadows development, which is on the south side, it is likely that they will phase the construction of Cahuilla Point along with it. They just want to start on Eagle Meadows. So, and this is 151 lots. So if they build out Eagle Meadows and Cahuilla Point, both of which have approved subdivision maps, that's 370 rooftops. And I don't know what the math is for the school district, 2.5 children, I suppose, or something. So that's 750 plus another 175, it's 925 kids. I think that's a pretty good bump to the school district. So, which is why we're here. You guys need to know what you're looking at as well, not just us. And then Plum Blossom is just north of Cahuilla Point. For access reasons and whatnot, I just don't know when this moves forward. It's a different developer and they've kind of stalled out. So I don't look for Plum Blossom to be moving forward anytime, certainly not next year, maybe in 2026. And then Gardenia Courtyards is north of the Rite Aid. And this is approved. They're waiting for some funding. But I think they're going to be under construction in February or March of next year with this apartment complex, which is half family and half seniors. So again, good for impact fees and whatnot, but also going to put you're going to have to put some effort into accommodating lots of kids, I think, pretty soon. So unless people stop having kids, which probably isn't going to happen. In terms of longer-term projects, we're working on our general plan update. Our general plan, we're planning what our planner calls a magical mystery tour, where our council members are gonna get on a bus, drive some different cities. The main goal is to look at the boulevards. So we're looking at a long-term plan for Farmersville Boulevard, how to handle circulation, et cetera. And a part of the general plan includes a school impact report, and I have asked our planner to reach out to the school board to see if any of the school board members wanted to be along on that trip. So we'll be reaching out on that. But if you wish to go, let us know and we'll make space for you. So the downtown Farmersville specific plan is, this has been going on for a couple of years, but basically the council sees Farmersville Boulevard as you have south of Visalia Road, you have north of Visalia Road to Front Street, you have Front Street to Walnut, then you have Walnut to the freeway. This really is about that section between Visalia and Front Street. But there's funding to do some projects there, revitalization, storefronts, curbs, gutters, some uniformity during that along that stretch. So we're looking at trying to come up with a idea that works and that's effective and that will, at the end of the day, look nice and add uniformity to that downtown stretch, because there's funding for it, like already. So if any of you want to take a drive up and down Farmersville Boulevard with me and point at things and tell me history, or say I have an idea, or this should be green instead of red, any thoughts you might have, I'm trying to coalesce those into one cognizant plan. And we're working on that. So I'll take all feedback from anybody who wants to offer it up. But the goal is, again, to have a plan in place next year and maybe start working towards that. We'll come before this board and bring you our ideas, our drawings, our mock-ups and whatnot, because most of what we're trying to solve, well, they conflict. Over here, we want to beautify that downtown. We want it to be uniform. We want it to look nice. Over here, you have the morning traffic for the schools. And so we can't really disrupt the traffic. You could have 4 lanes and it still would be crowded. I mean, 8 lanes, right? And it still would be crowded in the morning. So we have to try to coordinate that with the schools, the same as, this roundabout up here. So that's why I'm here in part for that project, is to say, how can we accommodate that, right, within school entrances, school facilities, school schedules, right? And try and make that downtown work so that it's nice and nice looking, but also doesn't negatively affect the traffic flow. So there you have it. I don't know, yep. Oh, the housing element, and nothing else of import, but happy to answer any questions. I know I just kind of steamrolled through that, but that's because you have a busy schedule, and so I hope that's okay. I can always talk faster, I can always talk slower, but I thought that was a good pace. So happy to be really, really excited to be working with the school district. I just can't convey that enough. So there you are.
Yes, I definitely want to thank you for being here tonight, because we all do need to know that there's going to be a lot of changes here in Farmersville, especially with additional housing. And we will make sure that we get this on the agenda so we are able to ask questions and have more back and forth, which
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that when all our members are here
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah, happy to come out anytime. Yeah, or you're welcome to step into my office. Yeah, however you'd like to do it. And I should mention that Councilmember Hinojosa is here tonight, and he was generous enough to come and make sure I didn't get out of control. So I feel like he's done a good job. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There were no other cards for tonight?
No, I think that was it. Mr. Schulte did an amazing job.
Yes, he did.
Mr. Schulte, I want to thank you again for opening those doors, as you say. You said earlier, it's been an awesome time collaborating with you and the rest of your team. You've opened up our eyes to the possibilities. We also recognize that, being the 2 entities here at Farmersville, we share every single student, every single parent. We should always be hand in hand. And so thank you for that open door, and vice versa, open door from us. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Go on to 10.0, K-8 issues. 10.1, approval of second grade field trip to Circle J. Oh, I'm sorry, I
You wanna-
missed something.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Did
No.
we want to share the superintendent's comments? If not,
No,
we're
let's
okay.
do this. I
Yeah.
just
I wa-
got ahead.
I want to make sure that everybody that's listening and hearing out there, and then our audience here, recognize the great things that are always happening. And we have some amazing administrators, amazing teachers, classified, certificated. So this is like our one time where we get to, throw it out there. It's very important. So I want to take the time to thank our administrators, teachers, staff for all their planning and efforts to guarantee all of our Farmersville students are provided with effective daily instruction, because that is our goal. Ensuring that every student is presented with the opportunities to learn. At Farmersville Unified, we prioritize collaboration among students, staff, and parents to create a thriving educational environment. These are some of our ongoing efforts, specifically the last couple of weeks. We're continuing with Motivational Mondays. These sessions are designed to inspire and energize our school community as students, parents, teachers, staff members are coming on. We're doing that whole alley of high fives. We're just trying to re-engage and re-energize our community. This last week, we've had pastries with parents, a couple of sites, an event where academic partners gather to discuss the whole child, academic behavior, social, emotional, mental health, all of those pieces, and strengthening the bond between families and schools, because we recognize that's very important. We've had engaging UPK opportunities. Our Universal Pre-Kindergarten coordinator partnered with Save the Children to create meaningful connections for staff, students, and families. This past Friday, they went to the Boys and Girls Club after they attended an event at Hester School and re-engaged with parents there. And then we've had informational evenings. A couple of our administrators are making it a point to invite our parents, our constituents, our members of our community to have sessions so that they can have that personal time with our counselors, our principals, our administrators, and schools are organizing sessions to keep parents informed and engaged with their children's education. We've close to 30-something days in, and our students are enjoying. There's a lot of changes, but we recognize as the adults we create those conditions for learning, and so we've amped up our approach to making sure that we meet the needs of our adults and students. And so these initiatives are just the beginning of our commitment to building a collaborative and supportive school community. And then obviously Mr. Schulte was here. We're excited to continue that collaboration. It's very important that the city of Farmersville and Farmersville Unified School District address and meet the diverse needs of our community. Again, I stated earlier, we're the only two entities that share every single student and parent. And so the fact that our school board and our city managers are getting that opportunity to sit and talk, and now we have the information about what's coming in the future, it gives us that ability to start planning, okay? Because I know that's huge. If we have to plan forward planning and then backwards mapping. And so that idea is by working together, that we drive that positive, impactful change in this community. And then again to our Farmersville team, okay? Continue to be the amazing leaders and champions. I know sometimes that there are times where things feel like there's a lot, but each single one of those students and staff members are depending on us, okay? Sometimes we have that stoic face, sometimes we have that happy face, and sometimes we need to plug in. But I guarantee you every single student is showing up to the school and they're ready to plug into you. They know you personally, okay? They want to engage with you, okay? And so continue to be those amazing community members and academic partners that our students and community can count on. And I'll keep saying this until I'm blue in the face. There are great things. We can focus on whatever we want. If we all keep our mind on the great things that are happening, we will Farmersville up. So,
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent Mendez.
yes, ma'am.
And
Thank you.
let's hope everyone out there can share on Facebook, hashtag Farmersville Up, whenever they see great things, because there is a lot to share.
Amen.
Okay, now we'll go on to 10.0, K8 issues. 10.1, approval of second grade field trip to Circle J Norris Ranch on April 3rd to 4th, 2025 at Springville, California.
Motion. I move.
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 10.2, approval of new Professionals Institute Conference on November 5th through 6th, 2024 at Fresno, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 10.3, approval of San Joaquin Regional Meeting and Roadshow on November 15th through 16th, 2024 at Tenaya Lodge in Fish Camp, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.0, high school issues. 11.1, approval of donation from Jesse's Auto Garage to Farmersville High School Tech/Graphic Program.
Motion. Motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.2, approval of donation from Alex's Paint and Body to Farmersville High School Boys Soccer Program.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.3, approval of donation from Dealer's Choice Incorporated, Farmersville to Farmersville High School CTE Tech/Graphics.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.4, approval of Sequoia sectional opening, closing, public speaking contest on October 15th, 2024 at Tulare, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.5, approval of Citrus State Finals Contest on February 1st, 2025 at California State University, Fresno.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.6, approval of Sequoia Banking Contest on November 20th, 2024 at El Diamante High School, Visalia, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.7, approval of Tulare Citrus Contest on January 18th, 2025 at Tulare Ag Farm, Tulare, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. At any time, if you guys have a question, just let me know and we'll go from there. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. 11.8, approval of Porterville Citrus Contest on January 4th, 2025 at Porterville Fairgrounds, Porterville, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.9, approval of Exeter Citrus and Water Quality Contest on December 12th, 2024 at Exeter High School Ag Farm, Exeter, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.10, approval of COS new member field day on October 11th, 2024 at Tulare COS campus, Tulare, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.11, approval of Key Club Region training on September 28th, 2024 at Clovis High School, Clovis, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.12, approval of Key Club DCM on October 12th, 2024 at Pleasant Park, Visalia, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.13, approval of Sequoia sectional meeting and activity on September 24th, 2024 at Tulare High School Ag Farm, Tulare, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. Everything okay, Rosemary? Thank you. 11.14, approval of Reedley Citrus Contest on January 25th, 2025 at Reedley Community College, Reedley, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.15, approval of Green Hand Leadership Conference on October 17th, 2024 at California State University, Fresno.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.16, approval of National FFA Conference attendance on October 23rd through 27th, 2024 at Indianapolis,
Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Motion.
I need to wet my whistle. Ms. Westbrook and Hernan Robles.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.17, approval of National FFA Conference attendance on October 20th through 27th, 2024 at Indianapolis, Indiana. Sarah Garcia.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.18, approval of National FFA Conference on October 18th through 27th, 2024 at Indianapolis, Indiana. Ms. Moran, Genesis Juarez, Emmanuel Campos.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 11.19, approval of film commercial / work experience throughout the 2024-2025 school year at local businesses in the city of Farmersville.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 12.0, curriculum. 12.1, approval of dual language professional development with Dr. Jose Medina, Educational Solutions LLC, 3-year professional learning plan.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 13.0, personnel. 13.1, approval of certificated personnel, item 13.1.1 through item 13.1.4.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 13.2, approval of classified personnel, item 13.2.1 through item 13.2.7.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 13.3, approval of extracurricular activities / coaching personnel, item 13.3.1 through item 13.3.5.
Oh, motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0. 13.4, personnel action report, information only. 14.0, board business. 14.1, consideration of any item any member of the board wishes to have on a future agenda or provide a written update. Mr. Alvarez?
I'd like to get maybe a little insight as to our pathways and how they're going, and possibly a number of kids that are involved in them, if we could.
May I ask for clarification? You said how, pathways, how many students are currently attending our pathways and how many pathways do we currently have?
Exactly, yeah. Also to just maybe a little insight as to our grants and grant writing, how's that going? With, I know we've been going after a few grants and maybe falling short. Maybe a little report on that might help too.
Again, clarification, the grants we have received, which, basically a list of what they are and how we're utilizing them?
Yeah, and the ones that we applied for that didn't transpire. And
Second.
why is that?
Update on all grants?
All grants, uh-huh. And I know we talked about grant companies and grant writing companies, but I
I'm
think I'd
sorry?
like to get a report first And after the report, then maybe we can discuss on grant writing companies.
Grant writing
Grant
companies.
writing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. Anything further?
I'll do it.
Ms. Gomez?
Not so much, anything that I would need on the agenda, but just more, will you be doing any, forums for the community? Just an update on that, because I know members of the community are interested.
The answer is yes.
Okay. Right now, I don't have anything else.
One.
The only thing is because of all this new information, we do need to set up some type of meeting to go over our planning.
Mhm.
So, whenever we can get all the board together, that would be a great deal.
Okay.
Second chance, Mr. Alvarez?
What's that?
Second chance around?
I have a bunch of stuff I think I want to speak to.
Okay, sorry.
I want to speak to Mr.
Okay.
Mendez before we go further with a lot of this.
Before we bring
I'm
you
good.
back.
I'm good.
Thank you very much. 15.0, Business Services. 15.1, Approval of Final Budget Revision 2023 through 2024.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. Mr. Alvarez, it sounded like you had a question.
I do, but it's, again, something that needs to be discussed in detail, so we'll meet with Mr. Mendez and we'll come back later.
But you're okay to go ahead with your second?
Yes, to get this passed and start working on some of the issues that we have would be great.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-all. 15.2, Approval of Budget Revision Number 1.
Motion.
Second.
You have a motion by Ms. Gomez, second by Mr. Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-all. 15.3, Farmersville School Site Project Updates.
Yes, we have Mr. Tony Melendez, Director of MOTF.
Lots of exciting adventures for our students coming up.
Good evening, board members. Good morning, staff members. Again, it's exciting to hear about all the new development that's gonna help out for our district here too. Working with the city, maybe making some meetings with them, see how it's gonna help out our district. I'll try to make a point to try to meet with him and sit down how we can meet and make improvements for our sites too. It's great to hear. First on the agenda this afternoon I have is the Cafeteria Building 200 HVAC upgrades. American Air is still trying to schedule in place to complete the rooftop installation for the cafeteria, which is a 200, and making minor repairs again for the food line and little minor installations for the rooftop mini split that needs to be done on there. On the high school HVAC mechanical chiller upgrades, we are finally, American Air is now working in conjunction with PacWest Controls, and they are making final movements. We're completing and getting good results, conditioning. We still have hiccups here and there. We're working with that control company. We're making better improvements. As for the high school, the great news I've heard so far too is the site fire alarm system was finally brought in from the DSA, an improvement. So it's exciting overall. So we can start putting plans ahead with the architect and making contact with the company and start implementing devices and installation. Again, we're gonna get actual quotes for final costs on the fire alarms and estimate it. So we can see where we're at on the final cost of installation of the fire alarms. And same with that too, the high school projects, they're in line with this fire system. So we are trying to push, to get the fire system, so we get the projects, equipment tested on the fire side. That needs to be approved by the DSA inspectors as well. Next steps to be taken by Integrated Design, like I said, is gather an information package to a service company on requirements for approved repairs needed for the high school fire system again. So again, we got some positive results so far on DSA getting information back to us. Hester School Site Solar Project. On the last board meeting, the solar project had been estimated to be completed the week following, involving the reopening of the parking structure drop-off location. Unfortunately, there was a miscommunication with the contractor and subcontractor, where the striping got pushed back. So our parking lot is open for parking use, but we still have not set a date for the drop-off to make sure that we have completion on the installation of the electrical and also the lighting. We're looking at the beginning of next month to get it opened up. Again, I've been checking, making sure to address situations for the safety of our students and faculty on the main roads, making sure that we're working to make those crossways safe for our students again. We have the Hester TK classroom. Again, relocation points are still waiting for approval on DSA by the architecture firm. So again, as soon as we get the information from DSA, we're indicating about in 2 weeks we can start proceeding the continuation of the TK project. That's doing the overheads and start doing the underground plumbing, electrical, and then pouring the foundations. The buildings for the TK classrooms are in process of being built off-site, so those are coming along pretty well too. Yes. We have the Snowden school site. Solar has started, and we've done all the underground electrical plumbing, and at this time they're starting to cover all that, so making it back safe to the conditions for the school site again. Our MOT phase 1 has also been started by Tata Company. They are done the underground utilities, such as they have located the underground utilities such as gas to indicate, make sure it's safe when they start doing the over-axing of the for the grading of the parking lot structure. And they're working in conjunction again with the solar company. There was a little miscommunication between scheduling. We're making sure that those communications are being opened on both sides, so it doesn't conflict with the project schedule, timelines, so on. They have so far taught companies for the MOT. They have installed the main fire hydrant water line, so they can start doing the soil movements. They need that water to condition that topsoil. So that's kind of the updates I have for now. Any other questions?
Mr. Alvarez?
Yeah, you're good. Keep
Okay.
up the good work, ever forward.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ms. Gomez?
No, no
No.
questions, but I'm ready to celebrate the fire alarm once we get.
Right, correct. Me too.
We're gonna burn something.
And also, I'm also working with the fire watch companies, trying to work with them with costs, so they can help us out a little bit on that too. So I seek out other companies to see what it is during this to help us out with the cost of the fire watch.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
On the fire alarm, what's the estimate? What are we looking at right now?
It's hard because, again, we have to review what's put in designed, mandated by Title 24, and need the upgrades, which the upgrades would be our signal, our flashers. Now they have to have audio too, so it has to be visual and audio. So we have to look at pricing. I'm working with the contractor too in case see if we could actually buy those at the district of purchase they can install, seeing those options to keep the cost down. But I couldn't get you any pricing right now estimated. It's kind of hard, yes.
We're looking months down the road.
Yes, I got scheduled also with school in session. We're gonna see how we could schedule that part of installation on devices, if it could be, after hours and so on. So that's gonna be our challenge there. But we'll work with the contractor, see what he has available, and check pricing, how it would affect the cost too.
I was at Hester the other day, and I got to park underneath the awning,
Nice.
or whatever they want to call it, the parking. So that was very nice. I'm pretty sure they'll keep somebody's car cooler during the hot days. The Hester School TKK classrooms that are being built off-site, is it the whole classroom that's being built, or just, like
So they're
sidewalk?
built in modules and sections. Yes, so they're panels, sections, and those get brought in, rolled in, so they're either rolled in or craned in, depending on the location of that building, their classroom.
I'm just asking because we've had several houses stuck underneath the freeway, so we want to make sure that
No,
doesn't
I'm pretty
happen.
sure they line that out before they make movements. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I think that's all my questions.
Well,
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
You're
Tony.
welcome, thank you.
Brandon?
Seventeen future meeting dates. 17.1, October 8th, 2024. October 22nd, 2024. Everybody plan to be here?
Yeah.
I may not be here.
May-
Which one?
I've been putting off, so the month of
you-
October is, I'm looking at. So we'll see how that goes.
So you don't know which one?
No, I'll be gone both of them,
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, month of October,
understandable.
yeah. But
Okay.
you'll be fine. You'll be good. No worries.
All righty then. 20.0, adjournment to closed session. I'm going to read this first and then I'll get the time. 20.1, conference with labor negotiator, GC 54957.6. It is the intention of the board to meet in closed session to review its position and to instruct its designated reps, agency designated representatives, Manuel Mendez, name of organization, FTA/CSEA/management. 20.2, public employee discipline dismissal release complaint, Government Code 54957. We go into closed session at 7:37. Thank you very much for coming.
Administrators, guests, unless you guys want to stick around, thank you so very
Yes.
much for coming in tonight.
Mr. Sanchez, I just need a minute, okay?
What does that mean? Oh, with him.
Yes.
That,
Yeah, just real quick, I just need to ask him.
what does that
We are returning to open session at 8:08.
You're good.
21.0, action taken on closed session items. 21.1, conference with labor negotiator GC 54957.6. It is the intention of the board to meet in closed session to review its position and to instruct its designated reps. Agency designated representatives Manuel Mendez, name of organization FTA/CSEA/management. No action taken. 21.2, public employee discipline dismissal release complaint, Government Code Section 54957, no action taken. 22.0, adjournment at 8:08.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alvarez, second by Ms. Gomez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 3-0.